Hi, my name is Candy Mink-Salas, and I'm a faculty member here at APU in the Department of Higher Education. In this video, I will be discussing the 6 levels of cultural proficiency and some additional resources to help you in your work in the classroom, during workshops, or in your own personal self-reflection. These resources will help you to understand the different stages that we all go through in our learning about culture and diversity. To begin, please open the DME folder in your Google Drive. You will see a document called the 6 Levels of Cultural Proficiency. Please open that document. The first level of cultural proficiency is cultural destructiveness. This might emerge in a workshop or in class with a student who is very resistant and who does not want to participate in conversation around issues of diversity or social justice. The second level is cultural incapacity. At this level, students will dismiss or demean differences, perhaps saying things like, I think we're too far apart, there's no way we can find common ground. The third level is cultural blindness. And this is where students will ignore or discount differences. Sometimes we'll hear participants say things like, I don't see color, I think we're all the same. At the fourth level, cultural pre-competence, participants begin to recognize and accommodate differences and can see that there might be something to issues of cultural awareness and issues of justice. At the fifth level, a participant or student will move toward cultural competence. This is where participants begin to want to discuss redressing injustice, righting wrongs, closing achievement gaps, for example, and want to talk in class about how we can create change and make a difference. And the final level is cultural proficiency. This is where participants really commit to behaviors, values, and goals that will create change, not just day to day, but systemically throughout our organizations and throughout our culture. During your class or your workshop, you'll have participants who are at various locations along this continuum. You'll want to pay attention to these differences and surface them in class when appropriate. I would also encourage you to use the cultural proficiency continuum as class or workshop content. Surface the issues so that students can discuss these various levels openly. There are 2 additional resources available to you related to cultural proficiency. One is the Racial Interactions Matrix. The form can be used in class to help participants discern how diverse their own lived experiences have been. This handout is a good conversation starter in a session or in a class. A second resource is an essential reading on this topic written by Dr. Beverly Daniel Tatum. Her article, Talking About Race, Learning About Racism, the Application of Racial Identity Development Theory in the Classroom, is extremely helpful in explaining the dynamics that occur in a classroom when discussing race and ethnicity. Thank you so much for listening. I hope these resources will be helpful to you in your teaching and learning work.